Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo and now we're in this space again. Please remember to follow me on all platforms, Bolo TBV. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Bolo VNR 2.0, Bolo VNR Clips, and Bolo VNR. In this one, ladies and gentlemen, after Mr. Craig Beckford's affidavit release by the judge, let's just say the investigators are having a field day with Andrew Onas's statutory declaration. The fact that he just cannot explain how he moved from 350,000 US to millions, hundreds of millions of US dollars in 2 decades. Well, what has happened here in this one is that Mystic Sensation and Will Rattigan is breaking down parts of his Integrity Commission report that are key components that, like I said, basically Pandora's box has been opened and that affidavit is leading to more questions. So let's hear what Will Rattigan has to say in this one on Mystic Sensation. Let's get it.
Prime Minister is in trouble. Me and Rattigan ask him that. We tell him that 2020 total assets $172 million. Jamaica people, this is not funny. All right, go to the Integrity Commission investigation, and people, we are going to match up the two, and you are going to see clearly that Andrew Ones is in the pangs of hell. Let us pick up that and show the people. No, this is the banking.
Okay.
Go to the banking. Yeah, just go to the other one. People, hang around tonight. Now let us go into the integrity. Yes, that's the one. People, wanna watch this? Watch this, people. Now, 2018. Remember now, I show you the one that Andrew Ones, right, submitted. Now, this is the investigation. Now, 2018 people, total assets of the Prime Minister, $112 million. Inconsistency that you have seen as it relates to the Prime Minister's statutory declaration here. Now, 2019, the Prime Minister, total assets, $111 million. Another inconsistency as it relates to the document that we just reflected. 2020, 131 million. Right? We can run off that 232 million 2020. Right? Totally inconsistent with what the Prime Minister submitted. 2021, Andrew Ones assets reach up to 197 million. Now, people, this is very serious for Andrew Ones. This is the COVID period. 2021 is the COVID period. So the question, what sort of investment that Andrew Ones would have done, right, where everyone is losing profit, and Andrew Ones, right? Now, people, do you remember that in 2021, Andrew Ones closed his account in SSL? Something I'm showing you. If you notice, 2021, right, that Andrew Ones closed his account in SSL. 2021, we see a $197 million. Now, what's this all, people? Remember now, these are shell companies. Shell companies here. In 2022, Andrew Ones articulated the investigation increased to 200 million 367,322. Let me go to the panel. Take this down and remember, people, between 2020 to 2023, the Prime Minister they run $470 million. So even this information was not true. Now, pay attention. 2020, 131 million to 2022, 200 million. Bring up the next document with the NCB money and show the same period what is going on here. Andrew Holness is in a pit of hell. All right. Now, when we finish this, we're going to switch the table a bit because we want Ratty give some legal opinion here, right? And then we are going to allow, you understand, persons to just speak on the topic. Now, here it is. Between 2020 to 2023, right? The Prime Minister run X amount of money through NCB. X amount, there it is, there's the evidence. A total of $473 million. As a result of this subject matter, we have to go to the legal mind. Take it down. Let us speak to Ratty. Ratty, speak freely on the matter and tell me, right, what you make of this.
Well, that's why I'm telling you that, everyone, that the Prime Minister is in serious, serious trouble. Do me a favor, Lady Anne. Could you just please go back to the statutory declaration? Any one of them.
Any one of them?
Any one of them. Yeah, any one of them. There's just something I want to show.
Prime Minister is in a bind.
All right. Big it up for me, please. Go down. Go down. All right, thanks. Go down. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop right there. The last paragraph. All right. Pick that up so everybody can see that. All right. So it says the Integrity Commission hereby certifies that the statutory declaration submitted by the above mentioned, is it a mention, has been examined. Pay careful attention to the words, people. Didn't say has been investigated, has been examined. And it says, based on the examination, which does not constitute an audit. It appears that the declaration has been duly completed. All they're doing, they're just looking at the numbers, making sure the numbers add up. That's all. What Mystic just did is exactly what they did in 2020. Right? In 2021. That's exactly what they did. And so, if you look at the Lady, I remember body again. Just this is the chart that you show with Estate Bridge and all of that. Just go to the very first page of that document. Yeah, very. Oh no, you don't have the. No, it's just the chart you have, not the full document.
Just the chart, yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, thank you. Can remove it.
Okay.
People, if you go back to the chart and look, you know what you're going to see? The chart that came out last, the investigation that was completed last in 2024. It is going to say, or it says, that this is an investigation of the Prime Minister's 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 statutory declarations. Now, if you read Craig Beresford's affidavit, he will tell you that the 2019 statutory declaration was certified. The 2020 was certified. So you ask yourself the very simple question. If they were certified, why were they looking at them in 2024? Because of exactly what Mystic just did. They went back and they looked, because remember, all they did was just check to make sure the number's fine, and they just say, okay, fine, it's examined, and so we certify. What Mystic just did, they went back and they looked and they said, wait a minute, hold on 1 second, these numbers don't make any sense. And that's when they went back. So people, you know why the Prime Minister worried? People are thinking more about the 2021, 2022. Yes, he's worried. He's worried about the 2019 and the 2020 because paragraph 6 of Craig Beresford's document says we need information that we can verify as being correct, and whatever information you give us can impact your past declarations
All
as
right.
well as your future declarations. To me, that is the most critical paragraph of that 108-page document. He's telling the Prime Minister, we're looking at the 2019 because if you look at the questions that they asked the Prime Minister, you'll realize very, very quickly that they don't believe the information that he gave them in 2019, 2020, and what they should have done, they should not have verified it. But them couldn't know until them do a comparison. And they did exactly what Mystic just did, and them said, there's a problem here. So then they started asking him questions.
Oh, no, this is extremely serious, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to be a rocket science or a math major. Just listen to what Mr. Rattigan and Mystic Sensation is saying. Right? I mean, they examined it. Now they're going back because something is off. And all of the statutory declarations now are in question. Because that's how math is, especially in this sense. When you do a math problem and you come to a conclusion, if the conclusion is incorrect, especially if it's a high level math problem where it has several stages, you have to comb through all of the stages to figure out, wait a minute, you have to go all the way back. Where did I go wrong? At what point in here did I have a miscalculation? And what we're seeing here with Andrew on the statutory declaration based off the affidavit that came out, now they're doing comparing and contrasting based off his statements. And now Andrew appears to be, found wanting in terms of information accuracy. Oh Lord. Here we go. Let's continue.
Him refused to comply. He flat out refused to comply because he knows if he answers those questions, there's only one way they're going to look at it. If he answers those questions, they're going to say, no, we should not have certified 2019. We should not have certified 2020. And in the future, you should have certified 2021. We're not going to certify 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. So we're here talking about the Prime Minister's 4 declarations, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. We should also include 2019 and 2020. That's what he's afraid of. That you're going to have a Prime Minister, will have all them statutory declarations uncertified or decertified. Well, uncertified for the ones in the future and decertified for the ones in the past. And he's deathly afraid of that. Deathly afraid of that. And what he did was he got really bad advice, or he got good advice and he was arrogant enough to say, let's proceed with a case against the IC. Because we did not know until we saw Craig Beresford's affidavit. We did not know that the Prime Minister was involved in Olin. We did not know that the Prime Minister was involved in Cash Plus, in First Global. We did not know that the Prime Minister was loaning his wife money. We didn't know this because the report that they gave to Parliament, there is no mention of the 170-something page, whatever the number, no mention of Juliet Holness in there at all. None. But him go stir up Hansness and go sue the people. And him sue the people and use a legal theory that he shouldn't have used. I've spoken to several lawyers in Jamaica and they're laughing. They said the lawyers who represented him is either they don't know what they're doing or he insisted that they move forward. Because him go stir it up, because this document from Craig Beresford should not have seen the light of day. Because that document shows how many times how many organizations, how many institutions, how many businesses he's affiliated with, and how many times he did not tell them about this until later on, which, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, is a crime. It's a crime because you can't do all of these businesses and say, I didn't know that I was supposed to report these numbers or report my involvement in these things.
The question. So given that Raman Stevenson, big up. Given that Will Rattigan has now labeled it as a crime, which it is a crime. Can the Prime Minister be labeled a criminal, although he's not charged? Because these guys in government, them label people rapists, them label them criminal and all type of thing without any conviction and all these things. They label people gang members, just broad brushed up. So can we say that he's a criminal? He was just not charged. I'm just asking. I'm asking for the people. And people underneath to slam up the comment section and let me know what you think, because this is insane, bro.
He did not report to them that he was a director in Estate Bridge. I think it's Estate or Imperial. One of them. He didn't report that. He did not report that to them. A lot of the things where when you read Craig Beresford stuff, or when you read the report that went to Parliament, and that report is so tame, it's so dull. When you read that report, I encourage you, my people. If you have the time, take the report that was tabled in Parliament. Read that. Take your time and read it. And then read Craig Beresford's affidavit. And you won't believe it's the same thing that Craig is talking about. Because there's so many, there's a lot more that didn't find its way into the report that was tabled. And so I'm happy that the Prime Minister stupidly went and said, well, I'm going to sue them. And we know it's not that this lawsuit is going nowhere fast. And the appeal court, I doubt very much they're going to, well, there's a legal principle. A court will not issue an order that it cannot police, that it cannot exert oversight over. What does that mean? When the Prime Minister is appealing, if he does, and say, well, I want the appeal court to instruct the lower court to strike the provisions I don't like from Craig Beresford's affidavit. What's the effect of that? The court can't police that. We have it. Everybody on the panel right us have it. All over the world. How is the judge going to tell everybody, bring it back, don't read it, delete it? Oh, you cannot police that job. So therefore the judge is going to say, there's nothing I can do about it. The puss out of the bag already. I can't bring that back. It's gone. So when you come and tell me, say you want me now to strike Craig Beresford's affidavit, and you make the man, and you make it come out because now you got sue and you sue on your argument wasn't based on legal principle. The argument was primarily based on facts. You bring out the facts. You open the door. So when you open the door, and everything will come through, you can't close it. You can't close it. It's just like the law of evidence. If there's certain things that you can't ask about, but if the other side go mention it, the door open. And you can't ask anything about that. Yeah. And that is exactly what this man did. And it's to me, it speaks of his arrogance. People say it speaks of his mental acuity or lack thereof. I don't know about that, but it definitely shows arrogance, because you created this institution and you decided that I'm going to bring this institution down. And now, all of this Craig Beresford affidavit, I have sent it to people all across the world. Someone wants to say, a judge now come tell me now, say me must tell the people, I must send it. That's foolishness. It not gonna work. So, Mystic, I just want to thank you for bringing this out, the discrepancy with the numbers, because this is exactly what Craig Beresford was referring to. And so that's why we went back and we started asking questions, because we see some numbers. Because before, like he said, we just examined, we didn't investigate. Now we're investigating, and the numbers don't add up, and the man is not complying. But we have to fault them, because there are things they could have done to put the Prime Minister in our vice, and they didn't. But we'll take the victories wherever we can find them. So.
Gentlemen, what Will Rattigan is saying is that in the IC's initial stages, they were young, under-resourced, and so those two statutory declarations that was filed are examined. Basically the Prime Minister was given the benefit of the doubt. With this. And with this court case that he put out there, he kind of put his foot in his mouth. He kind of stabbed himself in the foot, and in the abdomen and in the heart, because when you look at the IC report compared to Craig Beresford's affidavit, that report is more detailed. We never heard about Juliet Onis. We never heard. I think the Integrity Commission has been very kind to Andrew Onis. It sounds away, but I think they have been very kind to him. They have given him so many chances to answer the question as to how he actually gained his wealth. And the fact of the matter is, he has come up short every single time. You understand? And now we're really looking at it. The man omitted. How are you going to tell us? Oh, I never knew that I needed to tell you about that business that I'm a part of or affiliated with. Wait a minute. Are you the Prime Minister of the country? Are you a legal mind? Are you somebody that is setting legislation? Are you the one that actually tabled the Integrity Commission Act? How do you not know that you have to tell them about all your business involvements? We're supposed to buy that. And then there's something that says omission, ignorance of the law is not exemption from judgment. Something to that effect, right? And there's extenuating circumstances where that is concerned. But my God, man, come on, Prime Minister, you cannot tell us that you were just clueless, that you should have given these people all of the companies that you're part of. It seems as if you were deliberately trying to hide those things. And then now, when we see the numbers, we say, oh, maybe you really were trying to hide those things, because this really looks insane. The amount of money that you accumulated when everybody else was losing money left, right, and center. Man, listen, you need to teach a class on how to make this moolah, because if you made your money in a legal way, yeah, you was a genius, sir. We need you to open up a class. Forget being the Prime Minister of the country, because no one trusts you anymore. That anybody that is a well-thinking person, nobody trusts you anymore to be the Prime Minister of the country. However, if later on down the line you can make it seem credible, I think there's a lot of people that would like to take your class. Even if you're not credible in terms of legally making your money, I think you will get a lot of people come to take your class. You understand? Yeah, man. I don't know what you're going to name the class, but millions. Millions. Yo, this is horrible, man. Yo, the man. Andrew, you really put Jamaica in a one disgraceful situation, brother. No, 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 no. This bad. This bad. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Hold on, let me see if him did drop any other information right or so. I'm gonna like for sure. Let me see this. Free fraud case, cash against cash plus. Oh, he might talk about the DPP. There, so what? Hey, Mystic deal with the DPP wicked. No need to watch that episode. Him deal with the DPP wicked. Big up everybody on the panel. Yeah, Pastor Ricky, Pinks, Melting Pot, big up everybody. Big up the whole Mystic Sensation, alright? Make sure so you guys go and subscribe. I'm showing you. Make sure so you go subscribe to the page. Alright? Yeah, man. See there? One Mystic Sensation. I don't know why it's not zooming in, but yeah, you can see it. That's it right there. Alright? Alright, on to the next topic. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.